Growing up, it was just me and my mom. She wasn't around a whole lot, which was fun sometimes, but also got lonely. I'd come up with games to play by myself. And between that, my homework and making a quick dinner, I kept busy. I got excited on her birthday. We usually had a good meal and went out for ice cream. By the end of the night, she usually got upset. But the way I see it, at least we had some time together. Last year on her birthday, it was different. When I came home, she had packed up some of her clothes. I didn't see a note or anything. She was just gone. I didn't have any other family. I didn't have another place to go. This was my home. So I stayed. Weekends were the worst. I was always afraid of what would happen if someone saw me there alone, or if someone broke in. One day, someone knocked on the door. This time, it was the police. They took me to a juvenile intake. When we got there, they were able to get a hold of my mom. When the lady came over, I could tell by the look on her face that she wished she had better news for me. She told me that my mom wouldn't be coming to pick me up, but I knew what that really meant. She had always talked about a life where she could be free and have fun. Deep down, I always knew she meant a life without me. And for her birthday, that's what she got. That night, I slept on a cot in the sheriff's department because there wasn't any room at the local shelter. And the next night, an officer drove me to Wichita because that was the closest place for me to stay. I'll never understand what I did. I mean, I knew life was hard, but for me, it was always just better with her. She was all I knew and all I had.
The impact on a child, once they've been removed from their home and then brought into a facility, I think to them can be devastating. They don't know what they're coming into. What they felt at home was what their little safe environment was. And even though they're coming into a nicer place most of the time, a cleaner place, a safer place, to them there's still fear.
You have a kid whose world is turned upside down, put in a car, taken with adults. Most of the time they're strangers, and they tell the kid, because the kid asks, is it going to be someplace safe? Are you taking me to a nice place? And the adult says yes. But in the back of their mind, they're just hoping that their yes is truthful because they won't know if there's enough room at the shelter. The current facility is too small, and we've actually had to turn away kids.
The campaign itself is to raise money to build a home for up to 10 children. Children that through no fault of their own have been taken out of their homes for no more than 72 hours at a time. But during that time, it's a place for them to go, to be in a home setting with caregivers, with love, with support, until they are either placed back with their parents, placed with a relative, or put in permanent foster care. So this campaign is all about building a home.
And giving kids a place to be safe and comfortable at a time in their lives when things are uncertain. Something that is stable and with people, adults who will love them and care for them 24/7.
This is our current shelter. We're in a duplex. And so we have 2 to 3 children on each side of the duplex. This is not a huge space, but over the course of time that the children are here, they come to realize that they are safe and there are people that care about them and will listen to them and provide for their daily needs. With the new shelter, we are really excited about the amount of space that will be available for children. We will have 7 bedrooms with the capacity to house 10 children. There's a huge playroom planned for children on the lower level, and then on the entry level, we will have the 7 bedrooms that are available. They're positioned around the perimeter, and so that leaves a big space in the middle of the house where children can still interact and play games and watch television or whatever activities they're going to engage in. Those will be available to them there.
The house that we're building now will solve the need and will get rid of the current predicament of having to turn away 100 kids in addition to the 300 or so that are being served right now.
When we can say that we've got money to break ground and start pouring concrete, I swear I will stand on the ground and scream out loud. I think it will just be the most wonderful feeling.
We know we'll get it done. We just want to get it done in a timely fashion so that we can stop turning kids away and start giving them some respite and start rebuilding lives that were disrupted. I'm convinced that we can do that.
The kids will have some place to go. We will have really made a difference in somebody's life. So whatever you can do to help this house be a reality and be a home for these kids is just a wonderful thing. It will be absolutely wonderful.